Hello and welcome to the channel. Am I the asshole? Are we all assholes? Let's find out. Today we're gonna jump into a few subreddits, kind of a mix and match. So with that, let's go. AITI's sister using her baby to punish the family. 3 years ago, my wife and I had our first child, the first baby in the family. My sister always looked like she wasn't going to have kids, but did have a dog, a massive Labrador, and a big fan of the dog. But my wife understandably was a little nervous, and while she tolerated the dog at family events pre-baby, when our child was born, she didn't want the dog around our child. Nothing was ever said to my sister, and she did visit us occasionally without the dog, but I think she caught on that there were family meetups that she was no longer invited to as we didn't want the dog around our child. Fast forward, and now my sister has a baby of her own. We want the cousins to grow up close, but every time we offer to visit, she says we have to leave our child behind because she doesn't want the toddler around her baby. Our child is too rough and they might bring germs in from the nursery. Just to be clear, this baby is around the massive dog all day, so I don't think germs are really an issue. It does feel like she's playing tit for tat, or am I just paranoid? I don't think we were wrong for protecting our baby from her dog, so I'm struggling now to see how she's taking the moral high ground. Wow, that is some spiteful, mean stuff. There's a massive big difference between a dog and a child. Yeah, I get that children are like petri dishes, but as far as germs and clumsiness goes, that'll be the dog. Now, when I think massive Labrador, sometimes I get that confused with like a golden retriever, like a big crunky dog kind of thing. I don't know, I'm not a dog person, I'm usually a cat person. But yeah, getting back to the story, a dog and a child is not comparable. In this story, we know who the asshole is. It's the sister. The sister has to lose out in this one. As great it is to have cousins grow up together, it's just so sad and spiteful, you know? I will never tell my man about this. I'm taking this to my grave. Me and my boyfriend is going through a rough patch right now. My parents hate him and don't want him around. I have a third account that's not connected to me in any way, and I've been texting him as a concerned stranger. He poured his heart out to me and it's touching. I don't think I can ever tell him this because I don't know how he would react. I'm trying to help him heal from us not talking for a while, and the person he's texting is helping him plot how to win me back over. Wow, that's a movie level craziness right there. I think that's what Hollywood should do. Just hop onto Reddit, you know, for some fresh ideas instead of another reboot. Yeah, this is horrible and conniving. I think we all know who the a-hole is here, folks. Am I the a-hole for apparently not treating my daughter like a normal person? I am the father of two men, both 29-year-old twins and one 25-year-old woman. My daughter grew up with and went to high school and college with a very friendly guy who passed away earlier this year at the age of 24. All of my kids were good friends with this person, and my son took him under their wings as the young man grew up. When they were in high school and college together, I was convinced that my daughter and her friend had a thing, and in fact they were more than just friends. My daughter and I got into countless fights where she accused me of being a weirdo about her relationship with the young man. And although I say this half jokingly, my main thought about their relationship was, when is he going to propose to her? This past weekend, my daughter was staying over with me and her mother. On Saturday evening, my daughter got drunk, and she spent the night reminiscing about the young man and viewing short clips of them having fun in high school a decade ago. My daughter's face was red the entire time, and I knew that it was because she was drunk. However, I sat down with her and jokingly told her, "I could see that you're blushing just looking at him." With this, my daughter snapped at me, and she tearfully yelled at me that she wasn't blushing. That way she was just drunk and told me that she wanted me to treat her like an ordinary person. That is my side of the story. My intention was only to make a small joke.
Stop it. Get some help.
How about treating her like a human being? This isn't funny or a joke. Even if the guy wasn't dead, it's
Weird.
just in bad taste. Dude, your daughter's mourning and you to pull this kind of shenanigans? No. Yeah, you're the asshole in this story. You're a
Weird. That's where they are.
Am I the a-hole for complaining about my food? Am I the a-hole for complaining about the food my ex makes? For some context, I, 40, and my ex-wife, 35 female, got divorced 5 years ago. While we were together, we had twin girls. We maintain a healthy co-parent relationship and she doesn't prefer to communicate outside of that. When my wife and I were together, she enjoyed making things from scratch. I always thought that it was all a waste of money, but let it be. Now that we're divorced, she moved onto a farm that she always wanted and grows various kinds of fruits and vegetables. She also continued to make even more food from scratch, but now feeds the food to our daughters. Apparently, it makes up most of their diets. The problem comes in when it's mealtime and I have custody of our daughters. The girls refuse to eat anything I make. I usually use store-bought pasta, bread, jam, cheese, yogurt, etc. All the things their mother makes from scratch. They often complain about the taste and they say they can taste the difference if I try to lie to them. I talked to my ex about this a few times. Her solution was to send over a few things to give to them, but I really don't see the point in not just giving them regular food. It seems like they're developing a snobbish attitude from this. I communicated this to my ex, but she keeps saying it's healthier and and she isn't going to keep arguing with me. She also offered to teach me to make a few things, but I told her I wasn't going to waste my time or money making anything from scratch. This guy's a real piece of work. Gee, how dare his ex-wife tries to make sure that his kids are healthy. Okay, what's considered normal foods then? McDonald's? Where does he think all the grocery stores get their food from? I did a video a while back mentioning this, but really, this is just awful. I get a feeling this is more than just food. It's textbook narcissism. And wow, to share this on Reddit, just imagine that you're the next door neighbor of this guy, right? And you're like, did you know that Jill and Bob got a divorce? And Bob freaks out, opens his dirty laundry and shows his true colors. And you're like... that makes sense. I'm very glad she left him because he's the a-hole in this story. Am I the a-hole for not paying when I lost a bet? My girlfriend and I have been living together for about a year, and one of our main arguments around my dog's Mix-Max. She thinks she's a dog whisperer because her dog Jupiter is basically the perfect pet and I'm a lousy dog owner. I think it's because she has a border collie, and that just trains themselves. She hasn't developed any of the normal routines that dog owners like to do, like put their shoes out of reach, or leave their food unattended, and gets angry everything she pays for it. She left her grilled cheese and Max helps himself. She was pissed and told me I was the a-hole for not training my dog. I argued no dog is going to turn down a grilled cheese. And after arguing around, we agreed to see if Jupiter is that impressive by leaving steak in front of him. Leaving and seeing if he sneaks a bite. She said $100 was on the line and I said sure, and then said it was too low and I said $1,000. And I meant I agreed because I didn't think it was possible for me to lose. Well, we cooked the steaks and put 2 on the plate near Jupiter and left. She reminded Jupiter to leave it and we left her phone to record in case he licked it but didn't eat it. We left for 5 minutes. Jupiter didn't even seem tempted. I was honestly shocked and didn't think it was possible. I admit I'm kind of impressed. Max would have eaten it immediately, but now I can't afford to pay the $1,000. My girlfriend wants me to pay it to her in increments of $200 a month until I pay it. I'm trying to talk her into lowering the price. I already paid her $100, but she thinks I'm an a-hole for agreeing and then backing out. I already admitted she won. I only make $21 an hour. I'm not rich. I think she's getting a bit greedy and smug from winning, but am I the a-hole for trying to go back on paying the entire $1,000 after losing our bet? Yes, you are the a-hole. Dude, you knew she had an obedient dog. You knew you didn't make much. You made the bet and you lost. Why the heck did you make that bet in the first place? It seems your ego got in the way. He's even letting you pay in increments. Dude, pay the woman. Anyways, I'm recording this when I'm away and hopefully get back to the office soon, just in case you think I sound funny. But until next time, stay